Nestled in the quaint town of Rye, East Sussex, is a tale of mystery and intrigue. The cobblestone streets and charming cottages of this small community hold secrets that have sent ripples of unrest through the otherwise peaceful atmosphere. At the heart of this tale is Sheila Bowler, a woman whose life became entangled in a chilling narrative following the sudden death of her late husband's aunt, affectionately known as Aunt Flo. What initially seemed like an unfortunate incident of a vintage car breakdown on a typical English evening soon spiraled into a dreadful narrative of crime and suspicion. It was the river breed, flowing gently under the town's medieval stone bridge, that bore silent witness to the unsettling calm before the storm. Aunt Flo's lifeless body was found in its cold waters, sparking an overflow of speculation and mistrust amongst the townsfolk. The tranquility of Rye was shattered, and the shadows of uncertainty began to creep in, forever tainting the town's serenity. The spotlight was on Sheila Bowler. Authorities were quick to paint a grim picture of a cold, calculating woman, driven by greed to commit the unthinkable. According to them, Aunt Flo's wealth and valuable assets were too tantalizing for Sheila to ignore. They suggested a chilling scenario where Aunt Flo's unfortunate demise was not an accident, but a meticulously planned execution. The motive? A hefty inheritance. But as the narrative unfolded, it began to crack under scrutiny. Testimonies were inconsistent, and forensic evidence failed to link Sheila to the alleged crime scene. The more they dug, the more the authorities' theory seemed to be based on hasty judgments and conjecture rather than concrete proof. Questions began to arise. Was Sheila truly the ruthless murderess they claimed her to be? Or was she merely a scapegoat in a rush for justice? As the investigation proceeded, it became increasingly clear. It was more of a speculative witch hunt than a quest for truth. The investigation seemed hasty and speculative, and Sheila, stubbornly maintaining her innocence, supported by her loyal friends, contradicted the image of a ruthless murderess. The community, that had once been a chorus of whispers and side glances, began to rally around her. Friends and neighbors, those who knew the quiet, mild-mannered Sheila, found it hard to reconcile the image of the woman they knew with that of a cold-blooded killer. And it wasn't just the townsfolk who had their doubts. As the trial progressed, the prosecution's narrative began to show cracks. The evidence, once thought to be damning, seemed to be more of a hastily stitched quilt of circumstantial conjectures than a solid, incontrovertible proof. The key witnesses that the prosecution had relied upon started to falter under cross-examination. Their testimonies, previously seen as the linchpins of the case, were now being questioned. The forensic evidence, or rather the lack of it, did nothing to strengthen the prosecution's case. As the defense started to pick apart the prosecution's arguments, a new narrative began to emerge. A narrative where Sheila Bowler was not a murderer, but a victim. A victim of circumstance, of prejudice, and perhaps of a rush to judgment. What once appeared as damning evidence now looked like rash judgment, and a rush for justice. Sheila Bowler's acquittal was more than a personal victory. It was a turning point, a moment etched in the annals of Rye's history, as a woman, once painted as a heartless killer, was unshackled from the chains of accusation. The courtroom, once a battleground of suspicion and conjecture, echoed with the sound of relief as the not guilty verdict echoed through its hallowed halls. This was more than just Sheila's vindication. It was a spotlight on the flaws within the justice system, a stark reminder of the dangers of prejudice and haste in the face of incomplete evidence. The case became a call to arms for more thorough investigative practices, a demand for justice not just swift but also fair. The town of Rye, once torn apart by mistrust and speculation, began to heal. The whispers of scandal gave way to conversations of reform, of a community learning from its past and striving for a more judicious future. Sheila's ordeal was a journey of resilience, a testament to the strength of human spirit in the face of adversity. It was a testament to the power of truth, a beacon of hope for those wrongfully accused. And so, as the shadows of suspicion and doubt faded, Sheila Bowler took back her life, standing as a testament to human resilience. What do you think? Was Sheila Bowler wrongly accused? Have your say in the comments below.